This week on JambarTV, we'll take a look at men's mental health at YSU. Then we'll read into a story on banned books. We'll also look at the softball team and the conclusion of their fall ball schedule.
Hello and welcome to JambarTV. I'm Matt Sautler.
And I'm Reagan Hilton.
In honor of World Mental Health Day on October 10th, resources for men's mental health at Youngstown State University have come to a limelight. Director of Student Counseling Services, Francine Packard, said men are less likely to reach out for help because of societal stigmas around men's mental health.
Women will posture suicidal behavior more than men, but men will complete more frequently. But they internalize. Women will seek help before men will seek help. I think that's the biggest difference that I normally see.
Packard encourages all students to seek help if they're in need of counseling. Those struggling with their mental health can go to Student Counseling Services Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. in Kilcawley Center. Packard said that students who call Student Counseling Services after hours will be connected to a live therapist and will be contacted by a campus counselor the following day.
Lit Youngstown's Fall Literary Festival kicks off today and will go through Sunday. Featuring a variety of writers, speakers, and workshops, 50 sessions will be free to all undergraduate and high school students. Today's book fair will run until 4 p.m. and sessions will span across a variety of buildings, including Bliss Hall, St. John's Episcopal Church, and even McDonough Museum. The book fair will continue into tomorrow, as will speaker sessions and workshops with authors, writers, poets, and editors from across the country. This is the 7th year the festival has taken place, and this year marks its full return to the university. Lit Youngstown has more events planned throughout November if you are unable to attend. Other events include the First Reader Series, readings, and Writer Circle critiques. For more information on the sessions, locations, and other upcoming meetings, visit lityoungstown.org.
The Office of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion sponsors the AIM program at YSU. AIM stands for Achieve, Impact, Motivate. This program, which was created in 2020, is part of the Penguin Ally Collective. AIM strives to provide mentorship to first-generation, underrepresented, or marginalized students. Transitioning and Mentoring Program Coordinator, Dawn Quayle Mims, said that the main purpose of AIM is to support students throughout their time at YSU.
Along with having a mentor to support them and guide them along their journey, these mentors, what they do is they provide a sense of belonging to these students.
The AIM program also hosts monthly Ally Circle sessions. These sessions are designed to help students feel welcomed on campus and to make new friends. For more information on the AIM program, you can visit the Office of DEI's website.
Former Taoiseach of Ireland, Bernie Ahern, visited YSU last week to be awarded by the Ancient Order of Hibernians. For more, here's Jambar reporter Christopher Gillette.
Bernie Ahern received the Sean McBride Humanitarian Award for his work on the Good Friday Agreement in 1998. The award was from the Ancient Order of Hibernians. This award dinner is actually a part of the AOH's National Midterm Board meeting.
The dinner included speeches by YSU Interim President Helen Lafferty, AOH President and Director of Support Services Danny O'Connell, and Ahern. Ahern spoke on the awardee's namesake, Sean McBride, and the honor he felt about accepting the award.
It is especially a particular honor to receive the award in the name of Ireland's first Nobel Peace Prize winner, Sean McBride. I met Sean McBride a few times, and in his old age, I never formally crossed paths with him as a TD in Dáil Éireann, because he left in 1957, 20 years before I arrived.
Ahern was interviewed by history professor David Simonelli at the YHCIL on his time negotiating the Good Friday Agreement. Ahern reflected on his legacy to audience applause and laughter.
The biggest thing is that when I want to go to support my Gaelic football team, Dublin, and I can now can drive to Cork in 2.5 hours, Limerick in an hour and a half, Belfast an hour and a half, because I put the road structure in place.
To learn more about the AOH, go to its website. For JambarTV, I'm Christopher Gillette.
Among the members of Bertie Ahern's entourage was Loïc Guyon, who is honorary French consul to Limerick, Ireland. Guyon gave a lecture at the YHCIL on locating the remains of Patrick Sarsfield. Sarsfield was the leader of the Wild Geese, an Irish mercenary faction that formed after exile by England. Guyon's appointment as consul made him interested in Sarsfield. Guyon tracked Sarsfield's death to Huy, Belgium, and learned about the property he was buried in.
And I contacted the mayor of Huy, the Belgium city in which this is located, and asked who is the owner of that house. And I was told that actually the city council was purchasing the site, and once the purchase would be completed, they would give me access to the site. That was my favorite part. For me, it's like a sign of destiny.
Guyon is raising money to excavate the site on GoFundMe. More on the project can also be found through #SarsfieldHomecoming on most social media platforms.
It looks like we're going to have another cold and rainy weekend, but we'll thankfully have a sunny start to next week. I have a more detailed report after the break.
You're looking to your future, preparing for your goals, and they're closer than you think. Because here, success is part of the plan. It's a place where academic and social opportunities are meant to prepare you for life, not just the next 4 years. You'll be equipped to face new challenges and turn hard work into a career. You're ready for your success to take root. And here's where it starts. We are Youngstown State University, and proud. You're here to be part of something bigger, to make things happen. For you, college is about knowledge being shared and learning experiences that aren't limited to the classroom. On campus, you want to matter. It's about engaging every day, building relationships with students, with mentors, with the community, in the heart of a reinvented city. We are that something bigger. We are Youngstown State University, and proud.
Hey kid, you want to try some exercise?
Wait, what? What's going on right now?
Yeah, man, exercise.
I don't know. I don't know if I should even be talking to you right now.
It's got lots of benefits.
Okay.
The benefits of exercise include increased levels of energy, higher quality of sleep, better muscle and bone strength, improved memory, and clearer skin.
The feeling when my hands are on the piano, it's become comforting. It's somewhere that I can express myself. I go to Youngstown State University and my passion is playing music. YSU is allowing me to take what I love and turn it into a career and do it every single day of my life. I'm Alyssa and I'm YN proud.
Welcome back to JambarTV. I'm Zonde Smith and this is your weekly weather outlook. Here is this weekend's radar. Today will be our warmest day of the weekend, but we'll still have clouds and showers with moderate wind speeds. At night, that rain will stick around and wind speeds will stay the same. Tomorrow will be a breezy day with rain and wind speeds up to 13 miles per hour. We will also see a slight chance for thunderstorms. At night, the wind speeds will slow to around 9 miles per hour, but you can still expect showers. On Sunday, those clouds and rain will continue to stick around and wind speeds will reach 15 miles per hour. We'll have a chilly night, but we should see that rain finally move out of the valley, and those wind speeds will slow to around 8 miles per hour. Now, let's take a look at my 4-day forecast. Today, the high will be 60 degrees with a low of 45. We'll see a 91% chance for rain with a 9% chance for thunderstorms. You can expect the rain to continue at night, but the chance for thunderstorms will drop. Tomorrow, we'll see the high hit 54 and the low will be 44. We'll have an 84% chance for rain and a 17% chance for thunderstorms throughout the day and night. Sunday will be a chilly and windy day with a high of 50. There will be a 71% chance for rain with a 14% chance for thunderstorms. At night, the temps will drop to 36, but that rain should finally stop. On Monday, we will finally see some sun as the temps hit 56, but we'll still have a low of 36 at night. You can expect some clouds here and there, but the chance for rain stays around 14%. That's all we have for your weekly weather forecast. But stick around because Zoe Bechtel will be in the studio with all things student life after the break.
The feeling when my hands are on the piano, it's become comforting. It's somewhere that I can express myself. I go to Youngstown State University and my passion is playing music. YSU is allowing me to take what I love and turn it into a career and do it every single day of my life. I'm Alyssa and I'm YN proud.
The communication department is much more than media or delivering a speech. The YSU Communication Department offers programs in telecommunication, journalism, and communication studies. We inspire creativity. We encourage each student's passion. We explore new and advanced technologies that connect the human race. The communication programs at YSU ensure that every student is prepared and experienced for the outside workforce, for life after YSU. Join the Jambar and find your voice when you tell the next big story. Become a host of Rookery Radio and gain hands-on experience, or get involved with TV productions like Light the Wick, Penguin Rundown, and JambarTV. YSU's communication department is much more than a department, an education, or a degree. It's a home for passionate individuals, for students to find and pursue what they love.
It's always out there. The horizon. A reminder that our greatest goals are rarely attained. And as soon as you reach one, another emerges. But every day we rise and work harder, dig deeper, ask one more question, take one more shot in relentless pursuit of our horizon.
Hi, I'm Zoe Bechtel, and this is your Student Life Update. For our first Student Life story of the week, here is Molly Burke with her piece on banned books.
Thanks, Zoe. The American Library Association held its annual Banned Books Week, October 1st through October 7th. I went to Mog Library and checked out what it meant to the YSU community.
With nearly 4,000 book bans and challenges in the U.S. so far this year, Mog Library spent the week celebrating banned books. Displayed in the library's windows were over a dozen banned books surrounded by flames. Reference librarian for Health and Human Services, Colleen Duchamp, said why the display was created.
We wanted people to understand that censorship is similar to burning books, making them unavailable for people. And we wanted them to understand the seriousness of the situation.
Curator of University Archives and the Rose Melnick Medical Museum, Cassie Nesper, said that book banning has been used throughout history to censor certain content.
In the earlier 20th century, it was mostly for profanity, for what they thought was too sexual content. And now we see it more with the LGBTQ community and minorities, race issues.
The library hosted a discussion on October 2nd with YSU English professor Christopher Barzak. His book, Wonders of the Invisible World, was banned in Texas in 2021 because of its LGBTQ content. He said having his book banned motivates him to speak out against it.
I can't be complacent on the progress that's been made. I need to, continue to remain visible and to speak about these things because that's what they want us to not do. So I have to now.
Despite Barzak's ban, his book has received several awards, including the Stonewall Honor from the American Library Association in 2015. For those who want to combat book bans, Mog Library recommends starting a banned book club, reporting banned books, and contacting state representatives. For more information, head to the American Library Association's website. Reporting for the Jambar, I'm Molly Burke.
With Halloween right around the corner, Jambar reporter Tala Al-Sharif interviewed students at YSU about their holiday plans. Many students talked about their favorite places to go, Halloween costumes, and what they love about the fall. Freshman studio arts major Leah Frank said she'll be going out to local music venues and talked about what she's dressing up as for Halloween.
I'm going to the West Side Bowl. They're having an emo-ween night. And then at New Prospect in Youngstown, they're also having like a metal show. So I'm going to go to both. I'm trying to be Peach because my boyfriend is he's really tall and he's kind of brawly. So I'm trying to get him to be Bowser. So we're going to be Peach and Bowser.
You can read more about students' Halloween plans in this week's Jambar. Over the weekend, University Courtyards residents lost their Wi-Fi connection, and it restored at the start of the week. YSU recently took over the management of the Courtyards, which was a factor in the outage according to Aaron Driscoll, Executive Director of Student Experience and Residence Life. Single Digit is the current provider and will remain the provider until the end of the current lasting period. Driscoll says Courtyards residents will transition to YSU Internet after July 31st.
YSU's IT will begin installing all of the equipment in parallel so that we should be able to just flip a switch at the start of the next leasing period and have students that are in the Courtyard fully using the YSU Internet system instead of having a separate provider down there.
Driscoll said this was a one-time error and students shouldn't experience any problems going forward. Penguin Productions hosted its 10th annual Fire Fest October 19th. Editor-in-Chief Cheyenne Gibbons checked out the festival for herself.
Fall Fire Fest combines live music, a prep rally, and an entertainment venue for students to come together for the ultimate homecoming event. Aaron Driscoll, Executive Director of Student Experience and Residence Life, said this is a good opportunity to bring students together.
We have live music, we have a big bonfire, food trucks, we have representatives that come from athletics and our homecoming court, so it's really just our chance to kick off our homecoming celebration.
Student athletes, homecoming court, and 14 different student organizations were present for the event. CPA Jake and Sedona were the two live music entertainers. Abigail Gutowski, senior telecommunications major, is a part of the team that chooses the live entertainment.
I've heard a lot of good things about CPA Jake, and I've heard a lot of great things about Sedona. So I've never met them, but I can assume that they are just really great people. They're fun to work with, fun to be around, and put on one hell of a show.
Food trucks and fall drinks like apple cider and hot chocolate were available. Driscoll said there will be another opportunity for students to get involved with Penguin Productions before their spring event.
We'll be planning our Federal Frenzy for April 27th, and we'll definitely need some more hands on deck for that. So students that are interested in being a part of Penguin Productions, we'll be glad to have them.
Reporting for JambarTV, I'm Cheyenne Gibbons.
That's all we have this week for this week's Student Life, but stick around for the sports update from Jambar Sports Editor John Ostapowicz.
The feeling when my hands are on the piano, it's become comforting. It's somewhere that I can express myself. I go to Youngstown State University and my passion is playing music. YSU is allowing me to take what I love and turn it into a career and do it every single day of my life. I'm Alyssa and I'm YN proud.
The communication department is much more than media or delivering a speech. The YSU Communication Department offers programs in telecommunication, journalism, and communication studies. We inspire creativity. We encourage each student's passion. We explore new and advanced technologies that connect the human race. The communication programs at YSU ensure that every student is prepared and experienced for the outside workforce, for life after YSU. Join the Jambar and find your voice when you tell the next big story. Become a host of Rookery Radio and gain hands-on experience, or get involved with TV productions like Light the Wick, Penguin Rundown, and JambarTV. YSU's communication department is much more than a department, an education, or a degree. It's a home for passionate individuals, for students to find and pursue what they love.
Hi, welcome back to JambarTV. I'm John Ostapowitz, and this is your weekly sports update. The YSU football team competed in a thrilling matchup against the University of South Dakota inside the Dakota Dome. After a 3-3 ending to the first quarter, the Coyotes had a strong second quarter with 2 touchdowns. The Penguins trailed 17-3 at the half. The third quarter saw a total of 4 touchdowns with 3 scored in a 2-minute span. A 65-yard pass from senior Mitch Davison to redshirt freshman Joey Farthing scored the Penguins their first touchdown. Down 31-10, the Penguins would go on a 21-0 scoring run. Football head coach Doug Phillips was proud of the team's comeback and how they equalized the score.
I give them all the credit for getting back in the game. That just shows you the character that they have. You know, when you're at halftime and you're down 17-3, you need to stop in the third quarter, and they score again, and it's 24-3. And then to just claw your way back in, you know, again, that's our locker room. That's the brotherhood.
Davison found sophomore Max Tomczak for a 66-yard passing touchdown, and senior Dre Rushton scored on the Penguins' next drive to make the score 24-31. Senior linebacker Greg Burton Jr. forced a fumble on the Coyotes' ensuing drive, which was recovered by YSU defensive back Jordan Trowers. With 5:38 remaining, Davidson found senior wideout Bryce Oliver in the right half of the end zone to tie the game at 31. With only 3 seconds remaining, the Coyotes buried a 41-yard kick to seal the game. Youngstown State falls to 3-3 overall and 1-2 in conference play. The football team's next matchup will be against Illinois State at Stambaugh Stadium for the homecoming game. You can watch the game live on ESPN Plus and view live stats on YSUSports.com. The Youngstown State women's soccer team hosted first-place University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee on October 12th. The game ended in a 1-1 draw. In the first period, both teams went back and forth. Despite 10 total shots on goal, the teams went into the half tied 0-0. The first goal of the game came at the 47-minute mark. A corner kick from senior Justine Apollonia, and the header and goal came from sophomore Emma Rigoni, which gave the Penguins a 1-0 lead. The Panthers responded at the 55-minute mark with a goal off a penalty kick, which tied the game 1-1. The teams fought hard for the next 35 minutes, and the game ended in a draw. The Penguins are now 2-4-2 in ninth in the Horizon League with just 2 games remaining on the season. The team needs to win out and also needs some help from a few other teams in the Horizon League to make the playoffs. Head coach Brian Schrum spoke on the confidence he has in his team before the final 2 games of the season.
All coaches are confident in their team, so I would not be any less confident with this team playing against any team in the conference, any team in the country. They just go out and play the way we want to play and hopefully carry it out. It's tough on the road, but we can get it done.
And lastly, just what is the focus? YSU will travel to play the University of Wisconsin-Green Bay at 2 p.m. on October 21st. For more information, visit YSUSports.com, or to watch the game, check out ESPN Plus. The Youngstown State University men and women's cross-country teams competed in the Texas A&M Arturo Barrios Invitational at the Watts Cross-Country Course in College Station, Texas on October 13th. The men finished in 6th place in the 8K and averaged a time of 24:04. 5 Penguins finished in the top 90, including senior Hunter Christopher, whose time of 23:17 broke his previous school record. Hunter finished 6th out of 365 runners to lead the Penguins across the finish line. Senior Ryan Meadows was next across the line, beating the previous 8K record, clocking in at a time of 23:43 to finish 17th. In the history of YSU's cross-country program, only 9 Penguins finished under 25 minutes in the 8K. The program matched that statistic as 9 Penguins ran sub 25 minutes at the Invitational. The Lady Penguins finished 29th out of 41 teams in the 6K. Graduate student Morgan Cole finished first for the women's side, finishing 54th out of 385 runners. Her time of 20:41 tied the record set by Penguin alum Samantha Hamilton in 2013. Senior Alyssa Deeds placed 212th as the Lady Gwen's second finisher. Her time of 22:16 ties for the 8th fastest time in school history. For upcoming races, assistant cross-country coach Eric Roop says the team's plan is to run the only way they know how.
So there's no real change. We're going to go out there and we're going to run our races that set us up best for success for each individual athlete on the team. So I'm not too worried about what other teams are doing, but just kind of focusing on what we can do to run our fastest races at the conference championship.
The YSU cross-country program will now set its focus on the Horizon League Championships on October 28th in Fairborn, Ohio. The men will compete in the 8K, followed by the women's 6K. You can keep up to date on all things YSU athletics at ysusports.com. After playing 8 games over the course of September and October, the Youngstown State University softball team concluded its fall campaign on October 13th. Jambar Sports reporter Madeline Hippert has more.
I'm here at the YSU softball complex where the Penguins just recently finished their fall ball season.
The softball team practices 2 days a week during fall ball with a heavy focus on weight room and conditioning activities. Then the Gwins gear up to play on Fridays. Over the course of their short fall season, the Penguins faced Cuyahoga Community College, Mercyhurst, Slippery Rock, Walsh, Notre Dame College, and Gannon. They also competed in a doubleheader against Clarion for the final game of the season. Head coach Brian Campbell said the Penguins host fall games so they can get used to game-like environments before their regular season starts in the spring.
We just mix things up, kind of look and see different things, and let there'll be a whole different starting lineup the second game. So.
Fall ball also allows coaches to help players fix mistakes before games start to count on their record. It also helps the Penguins identify some of their strengths early on. Senior pitcher Sophie Howell says the team is strong both offensively and defensively, but thinks one of the team's biggest strengths this year is their chemistry.
Something that might get overlooked, but it's really important for everybody to be together to be successful.
The Gwins will return to the field in the spring when their regular season play begins. To catch updates on the team over their break and to follow along with their season in the spring, visit ysusports.com.
For Jambar TV, I'm Madeline Hibbert.
Thanks, Madeline. The 6th-ranked Youngstown State University bowling team kicked off its 8th season in program history for the yearly Penguin Classic from October 13th through 15 at Holiday Bowl in Struthers. The Penguins started out day 1 undefeated after they posted the second-best Baker set in program history. On day 2, senior Kristen Moore became the 3rd Penguin in program history to win tournament MVP honors as the highest individual finisher through 2 days. In response to earning tournament MVP, Moore credits the team and head coach Doug Kaburski for contributing to her breakout performance.
It was a very big accomplishment for me. I have put in a lot of work up to this point in the season to try and accomplish something like that, and I think Coach and I did a great job of working together.
Heading to the championship round on day 3, Arkansas State swept Youngstown State in a best-of-7 Baker match, 4-0, to claim the tournament victory for the second time in its program history. The bowling team is back in action October 27th through 29th over a 3-day tournament at the Sunshine State Classic, hosted by Sacred Heart University in Orlando, Florida. To watch the bowling team live, check out the YSU Athletics page for stats and tournament dates as well as times. Visit ysusports.com. And that is it for this week in sports. Let's send it over to Azande Smith for a quick weather recap.
This fall weekend will be a chilly and rainy one. You'll want to keep a coat around, but we should have a sunny start to next week. Stay safe, Penguins.
Support for Jambar TV is provided in part by the YSU Foundation and the Jane F. Lamb Charitable Foundation. Thank you.